Hello there, I'm the Biz Manager and welcome back to Space Engineers. Now, today we are going to continue building our capital ship. We are almost there, my friends. I can almost feel it. Our maiden voyage is not that far away. However, we still have a few things left to do before we can detach the ship from the refueling station in order to help me out, because I have a very goldfish memory, shall we say. I created a to-do list with some of the stuff that I remembered that we still need, and some of the stuff that you guys remembered that we still need. So, yeah. Without these things, we can't... well, not all of them, right? But without the gyros, we can't go. Without the batteries, good luck. Iron thrusters, very helpful. Antenna, and yeah, we can live without the jump drive. The bottom of the ship, we have to detach the ship, obviously, and the autopilot is something that we are going to do in the future, but still I would like to keep them on the list. Not only that, there is a few other things that are not on the list that I remember that we need to do, and we are going to do them right now. One of which is we need more protection. Right, I was thinking, while I was building this, I was looking at this conveyor port and I was like, I can see a tube going through there and a turret somewhere around here, just to protect the back end of our ship and the precious hangar over here. I also want to create something along this line over here to help out protect the hinges a little bit. Although we cannot do this, right? We can come over here and do this, right? Like, this would be the ideal, but yeah, good luck moving the door with this in the way. Yeah, that's not going to happen. But there is a few things we can do to just help out a little bit and create some barrier for the bullets not to hit those hinges, especially if we are going to have a turret right here, and I believe the enemies target the turrets first. It is very likely that the stray bullet will hit this hinge, and that would not be super good. However, as long as this mag plate doesn't get destroyed, the door should not fall on the Hulk, so we may, like, avoid disaster that way, but still, you know, it's a big risk. So, without further ado, time to get grinding and building. my friends, so this is going to be our defensive towers. I'm just going to replicate this on the other side. We had a few issues with the blocks over here. We cannot put a full block, one like this over in that corner, where we have this half ramp slope. Apparently the thing, yeah, it doesn't move very well with the block over there, so we have to go for this. It's not as beautiful, but oh well, it is what it is. And by the way, the full block is right there, in this part, in the slope 2 by 1 by 1, and not that one, not the tiny one, the big one. It locks the hangar door in place. But oh well, it's minor visual things, nothing too extraordinary. The important part is the conveyor is protected, and so if we get shot, at least, you know, it is expected that this thing doesn't lose its connection to the grid immediately. Even though it has 12 boxes of ammunition, that's not a lot, okay? That thing goes pretty quickly if you are getting attacked by multiple drones, so it is useful to retain connection to the main grid.
Low.
Alright, my friends, turret-wise, on the top, we are done. These are going to be all the turrets that we are going to need on the top part. On the bottom, we are going to build more, obviously. But I think this is enough firepower. We also have these two in the front, so yeah, this is pretty much more turrets than we have anywhere else, so I'm going to assume it is enough. But in any case, let's move on to other things. Another thing that it is not on the list, but it's not on the list because I want to do it right now, before I forget. Where is it? I believe it is this one? Nope, this one. They look very similar in the hotbar. I want to add a few more oxygen/hydrogen generators. The reason for that is right now we have 2 aboard, plus these 3 over here that we are using from the main grid. 5 of them are having a lot of trouble processing all the ice that we have and filling these tanks up. Like, this tank has been built in the previous episode. In the beginning of the episode, we went through the entire time lapse and all the other things, and yeah, this thing only is at 50%, close to 50%, right? So imagine once we are in space and we don't have those things over there, it's going to take us an eternity to get our hydrogen back. So, with that in mind, I thought to myself, it would not be a terrible idea if we went ahead and we did this. Let's connect them like this, like this, like this, like this. Bam! So we are going to go from 2 generators to 6, in fact 7 generators, because why not, right? This is going to provide us with a lot more ice processing capabilities. So let me just weld all of this. There we go, and apparently I don't know how to count. I counted 7 when we added 9. I'm sorry guys, like, you know, after a long day of work your mind tends to do these kinds of things, so yeah. Right now we have a lot more processing power. In fact, this should be going at a rapid rate. Yep, look at that, going much quicker now. Although it's still not as fast as we might have wanted it, it's still better than what we had. Now, we still need to add a bunch more batteries. For now, these are not going to be all the batteries that we are going to add, by the way, okay? But we need to add a few more, and while we are still building, they are going to be recharged by the base's... okay, no steel plates, that's fine. By the base generators, right? So how about we build a few more of these? Now, why am I not going to build all the batteries right now? Because I kind of want to disconnect the ship from the main grid, and I kind of want to see where the center of mass actually is, because batteries are super heavy, and so you can use them as a way to shift the center of mass.
Energy low.
Okay, Susan, in your craft, right? My objective would be for the center of mass to be somewhere around here, between this and yeah, this. If it was around in this part, it would be fan-freaking-tastic. It would be ideal. And well, I think that's probably the place it is. If I had to give it an educated guess, I would say it's right here. Why? Because this area is extremely heavy and this area is extremely light. If you see, like, this area is hollow. There is pretty much nothing in here other than vacuum. However, as you move over here, you can see there is plenty of stuff. So the weight is all concentrated in the back, and that's why the wing, or the thruster cluster in the back, is much bigger than the one in the front. In the front we have only a few of them, in the back we have a bunch of them. So yeah, once we disconnect the ship and I'm actually able to see the center of gravity of this thing, then we are going to build the rest of the batteries in order to, like, put the center of gravity precisely where we want it to be. Well, my friend, today probably is the day of nines, because 9 O2H2, 9 batteries, and now we are going to add more hydrogen storage. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Right there. Right there. Please align yourself with the existing thingies. Now, where I'm going to put the other one? This is only 8. I must build another one, otherwise I'm going to break the pattern, and you know how much the game doesn't like when we do that. Well, my friends, once again, I really don't know how to count, and apparently I really don't know how to weld as well. Jesus, we're going to waste a little bit of hydrogen, but that's perfectly fine. We have 10 hydrogen tanks, not 8. Yeah, really? Already? Okay, so these things have been welded and now they are filling up with a bunch of hydrogen. Yep, look at them going, precisely what we wanted. And clearly today is not one of my days. I must be more tired than I realize, because it is the second time that I miscounted something in the span of like 10 minutes. So yeah, how about we don't do anything ultra crucial today? Let's do those things that, well, are required, but are kinda not exactly, you know, critical, so that I don't screw up anything. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a couple of speed modules plus a healed module, 2 healed modules on these ones, just to make it different, right? That way every refinery is upgraded differently. And then what should we do next? Well, I'm going to think about it while I weld this. Okay, so I was thinking, and I'm going to be honest, I think we are very close to the maximum amount of industrial thingies we can have on this ship. The game is not enjoying himself too much right now. Every time I put something into production, the game chugs a little bit, because you know, it has to decide where the components go, where the resources are being pulled from, blah blah blah. And because this thing is so freaking large already, the game chugs a little bit. But that's fine. We are not going to be producing all the time. And in fact, thinking about it, I'm going to add 2 final things to our industrial area. 2 more hydrogen engines, because every time we... Okay, maybe it would be helpful if I turn on my engines. Okay. I was going to say, well, every time we put stuff into production, we start draining our batteries. I would like to keep them recharging while we are producing, and so we are going to need more engines. Well, I mean, if your engines are not working, it's only natural that you are going to drain your batteries. It makes perfect sense. Okay. I'll have to test it out a little bit more, but I will have time to do that, because I'm going to add not only the engines, if necessary, but 2 final assemblers, and that's going to be it for assemblers. No more assemblers in here. I love my assemblers. Okay, I really like building assemblers and having things go quick. But, like I said, the game is not enjoying himself too much, so I'm just going to attach, if I can see the bottom port. There it is. Go. No, I want it pointing the other way. Come on. There we go. And I'm going to put another assembler right there. And another assembler. Come. Really? Okay. Rotate the other way, please. and another assembler right there with one speed module for each, and that's going to be it for assemblers and upgrade modules. And if we really need, we are going to build 2 more engines, but if we don't, then I'm not going to build more engines, and we are going to leave the industrial area as is. I think it's already a lot. In fact, let's see that right now. And put into production. Let's go to the batteries. This battery fully depleted in 6 hours, so we are still draining our batteries while we are producing. So I think we are going to need more engines. Okay, my friends, so engine-wise, we are completely done. These 2 engines will provide us with the remaining power that we need, and I also build a small cargo container on each side, simply because, so that we have a little bit more storage and make it look a little bit better. Now, hydrogen engines, they are a little bit weird. Okay, they like to play derpy sometimes. And as we can see, it is connected to the grid, but the engine is not working, right? Sometimes this works. Okay, but only sometimes, apparently. Let's see, will it work over here? It is going to work over here. But just in case this doesn't work, if you place one of these, where it is, let me see. One of these, a conveyor sorter nearby. You don't need to place it on the engine or attached to the engine. You just need to place the conveyor sorter nearby and then grind it. The engine, for some reason, starts working. So yeah, that's just a small trick that I learned a while back while I was troubleshooting some engines. For some reason, they really like the sorters, and they get so happy that they start working. You know, you have to motivate your employees, right? Some employees like puppies, others like sorters. But in any case, and given that today I'm not feeling extremely inspired for some reason, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take care of beautifying the industrial area, and what I mean by that is placing a bunch of catwalks across the place and some ladders to allow us to reach, you know, on top of the refineries and these things. I don't know, I will see what I come up with. Alright, my friends, I think I am done with catwalks on the industrial area. We have a path pretty much everywhere. We even have a upper platform that is going to serve no purpose other than just existing to make the industrial area look a little bit more, let's say, beautiful, right? So clearly, today is not my day, my friends. We have run out of cobalt and gold. Platinum and iron we have, but cobalt and gold we are a little bit short on. So, you know what, my friends, I can recognize when I'm out of luck. So, what I'm going to do is quite simple. I'm not going to do anything today. And the next cut, it will be a fresh, new base manager with a fresh mind, looking at things with a fresh perspective. And just like that, a new, fresh base manager comes into the scene. So, in between the last cut and this one, a day has passed. I went ahead and I grabbed myself some cobalt, some gold, and some platinum. Let's see if the gold has already been processed. Refineries, let's take a look. Okay, some cobalt is still going. The platinum is now being processed. Is there any gold left? No, all the gold... okay. Game. Sure. Let's try that again. Refinery. Okay, can you chill out for a moment? I'm trying to do a thing here. Thank you. So, as we can see, we still have a little bit of cobalt being processed in our basic refineries. That's fine. We kind of want our normal refineries to focus themselves with platinum. As we can see, the platinum is processed and immediately drained away as it is building components. All the gold... God damn it, here we go again. All the gold has been processed and we don't have a lot of it. By the way, let's take a look how much we have, because I brought 2 small cargo containers. I brought around 100,000 gold ore with me, so... wow, really, that like, it's like, oh, the disappointment is real. Oh well, let's hope that that gold is enough to at least finish up the final thruster that we have, plus the other ones, the tiny ones. Luckily for us, these ones don't take as many thruster components, they only take 80 versus the 900 something these one take. 960, so yeah, as you might imagine, these 4 large thrusters have been consuming a lot of resources. But we still have a little bit of time to wait while those resources are being processed and turned into more components, so I would say that the time has come, given that I'm now with a fresh perspective, to remodel this backend. I'm going to shop off all of these thingies, I don't like them. I don't like the way this looks, and I'm going to replace them by other blocks. I'm going to give it a little bit of meat in the back and add a few small thrusters just for aesthetical purposes. We want the main thrust to be in this line because that's the line of weight that we have, quote unquote, right? And just a few of them just to make it look like there is something in the back. So that's what we are going to do right now. Alright, my friends, so the back end of the ship is almost done. This is as much welding as I'm going to do, and I am somewhat satisfied with the result. Not exactly what I had in mind, but it's not that bad either. We now still need to connect this part to this one with blocks, make it look beautiful, but for now, and given that we already waited enough time, I suspect that the components are probably ready now. So I'm going to try to weld as many ion thrusters as I can, and then, after I'm done with that, I'm going to continue laying down some blocks. Well, my friends, we have run out of gold again. I'm not going to go back into the planet, so I'm just not. I'm not going to waste 1 hour going there, grabbing gold and coming back. So I suppose that the iron thrusters will have to be for next episode. Future me can do a little bit of grinding in between episodes. I really wish I had found an asteroid with gold, because mining with the Spacestrocity is so much quicker than going back into the planet to grab the materials, but oh well. It is what it is. After all, we are just... these things took an awful lot of gold, okay? So it's only natural that we have completely ran out. Pretty sure that if I go back and do another haul, we'll have enough resources to finish up the remaining ion thrusters. So I'm not too concerned about that. And once we have the ion thrusters, we are pretty much ready to go, my friends. The maiden voyage is right around the corner. We are only going to work on the bottom half of the ship once we are in space, because well, I still am doubtful of what I'm going to do in here, because the idea, originally at least, would be to create a second large grid hangar where we could then park a ship similar to the Hulk, but instead of being a colonizing ship, it would be a fighting ship. But yeah, I will have to see what kind of space I will have after we lift off, to see if that is even viable or not. But in any case, my friends, there is one thing that we must do. Let me see. Can I, yeah, okay. So, because this is a different day, I had some time to see your comments, and you guys made one of you made a really good suggestion. How about we have 2 jump drives instead of 1? Because, well, imagine that we jump into, I don't know, let's say we make a 50-kilometer jump, right? And then we end up right on top of an enemy base. We would have to wait for the jump drive to recharge before we could leave, and that could lead to some, let's just say, disastrous results. If we have 2 jump drives, one of which always ready to go, please, thank you, one of which always ready to go, we can then run away from such a unfortunate event, right? With minimal damage. So I think I'm going to add 2 jump drives, but for now, like I said, I'm going to try and connect this area to the thrusters, creating some sort of covering with blocks to make it look a little bit better. my friends, I think we are done with the engine covering. I did my best to meld all the curves together, but yeah. Well, it's not that bad, to be honest. I'm pretty sure that once everything is welded and replicated on the other side as well, I'm going to like it a little bit more. But yeah, of course I haven't welded this bottom part. Like I said, I still don't know how I'm going to deal with this, so I don't know how the engines are going to, converse into the bottom floor that we are going to build over here. That's something for future me to deal with. Also, there is one thing that I would like to kinda know. Are these engines airtight? Are these blocks airtight? Because I kinda want to build an airlock over there. Eventually this umbilical cord is going to be severed, and my idea would be to build another door over here so that we have an airlock and a way to exit from our industrial area into space, should we need to do anything, you know. I'm also going to leave this over here for the Spacestrocity to unload its materials, as it is far easier to unload over there than it is to park it inside of the hangar. So if we want to make several trips, that's probably for the best. But in any case, my friends, I am now tasked with replicating this on the other side. I'm pretty sure that Future Me is going to time-lapse this, so in order to keep things short, I decided to kinda, leave this part out of the time-lapse, given that it is exactly, or at least I'm going to try to make it as exactly as this one. If that is going to be possible, I don't know, there is so many freaking blocks in here. It's going to be almost impossible, so yeah. Give me a moment while I deal with this, and hopefully it won't take me 5 hours to replicate this on the other side. Hey there, are you feeling okay, man? Are you feeling okay, man? It went away. Hey, where's my bag? Where's my bag, bruh? Oh, here it is. So it would appear that oh, okay. For a moment I thought I lost all my stuff. But it would appear that we had another workplace accident. What is that? Some gravel. Go away. It was rather unfortunate, but our engineer banged his head against this slab of concrete, so oops. It tends to happen. In any case, a new engineer has arrived, and we already have completed the backend, or at least when it comes to laying blocks, is not exactly well, it's not exactly what I wanted to do in the first place, but there is a few blocks that don't exist to give the shape that I wanted, so whatever. Whatever, I'm just going to pretend nothing, there is nothing wrong in there. But as I was welding, there is one thing that I was concerning myself with. If we detach and we move, we are going to expose this thing. It kind of reminds me of one thing I saw on Facebook, a turtle with his heart exposed, so I think we are kind of the same. Our heart is a little bit exposed, one stray bullet over here, and 5 or 6 episodes of effort go up in smoke. I really don't like that. So I think that after we detach, I'm just going to raise the ship a little bit, and we are going to cover all of this with a bunch of blocks, and then in the future, in the nearby future, I mean, we'll decide the shape itself. But yeah. Let's not concern ourselves with that. Oh, I also added a turret to each side for an additional protection. I think we already have plenty of turrets, except in the bottom area. We still need at least 2 on the bottom for some protection, but yeah, I really like the position of these turrets, so they can shoot if someone is coming after us. But yeah. Now, we are very low on materials, very low. I gotta be honest, I really want to disconnect this thing and move towards a resource node so that we can start getting resources really quickly. But at the same time, I think we are going to have to wait a little bit longer. I will have to do a few more grinding sessions until we are absolutely ready to go. At least when it comes to hydrogen thrusters, we can weld them all, and we can fly on hydrogen-only thrusters, and then finish off the ion thrusters. Yeah, I still need to think a little bit longer on what I kind of want to do next, as we need to spend our resources wisely. Well, my friends, after thinking about it a little bit, I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to weld the remaining hydrogen thrusters, and after that, we are going to depart. Next episode, we are going to cut the umbilical cord, and we are going to go on our way. First, I just want to, in between episodes, you know, take the Hulk back to the planet and do a few more mining journeys for that sweet gold. And hopefully I'll bring enough that we'll be able to weld a few thrusters. I still haven't found any asteroid containing gold, but what I am thinking is that we first go around these asteroids that I have tagged and we collect as many resources as we can. And then we start exploring a little bit further, because most of the tags that we have in this ginormous GPS list, they are within 30 kilometers of this particular asteroid. That is not a long it's not a like we explored very far. It's just that there is so many asteroids nearby. It's ridiculous, right? I'm pretty sure out there there is a asteroid filled to the brink with gold, and once we find it, we are going to collect it all in one go. Trust me, I can't wait for that moment. But yeah, we still have a little bit of iron left, but like I said, in between episodes I'm going to do some grinding. I'm going to go down to the planet, collect gold, and then I'm going to collect a bunch of iron so that we have enough, just to cover this area up. Just with blocks, you know? Just something as simple as okay. Can I no? Okay. That's fine. That's totally fine. It's not like I'm doing a thing, yeah? But in any case, something as simple as this, right? Like just to cover up as many industrial components as possible. Pretty much there is nothing below this line, so we can just go with a straight slab of blocks in order to cover everything up and give ourselves a little bit of protection from enemy fire, and then we decide what we are going to do for an anchor. But I'm almost sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a connector like right there where I put that block, and then we probably are just going to go down like this. I want to make a very tiny craft, right? The Hulk is quite bulky because there is assemblers, refineries, H2O2 generators. There is a bunch of stuff inside of the Hulk that we don't necessarily need to put inside of a combat craft. A combat craft would be like 2 small hydrogen tanks, 1 small oxygen tank, like 1 cargo and a bunch of turrets. That's in batteries, of course. But yeah, that's it. We don't need the hydrogen engines. We don't need the H2O2 generators. We basically don't need any of that stuff, which means we can make a very tiny little Corvette class craft, right? For us to keep in that lower hangar and to do, let's say, base raiding, right? We are not going to take our base to go raid another base. That would not be smart. That would be a quick way to get everything destroyed. So one large grid combat vehicle is going to be necessary, and we are going to park it over here. But that's once again something for future me to do. But oh well, my friends, I think that we are going to cut it over here in this moment, and in the next episode we can get our maiden voyage. I'm quite excited about that, trust me. I really want to see this thing flying, and I can't wait. I'm not going to wait for all the ion thrusters. We are going to get some gold. If we get them all welded, fan-freaking-tastic. If we don't, we have more than enough thrust to get ourselves out of here, and then we can continue our build in space. I mean, we still need to do a few things. Let's go into the upper hangar. Let's go through here, it's quicker. Right? Like, for example, gyros. We are going to need gyros to fly this thing. The jump drives, we can wait. Batteries, we can wait. This can wait. This can wait. The antenna would be nice, but it can wait. The autopilot drones can wait. Only the gyros is a priority. So, stop complaining, Jesus! I'm going to kill another engineer, apparently. Oh boy. In any case, my friends, like I said, other than the gyros, we can cut the umbilical cord and get the hell out of here, so that's precisely what we are going to do in the next episode. But with all of that said, my friends, I hope that you have enjoyed this episode and that you are enjoying the series so far. If you are, please consider subscribing and help the channel grow. But in the meantime, this is the Base Manager signing out. Bye bye!